afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, September 20th, 2021, a little after 3 p.m., a little late. I had it shows you how, in this life, how quickly, a loved one can leave the body. And my family started out with 7 kids, well, my parents and then 5 kids. And I just lost he was second to the youngest, so he was, it was me, me the youngest and then him, and he has passed at 71. And I wasn't aware of it, so my last remaining brother contacted me just now and let me know that, and we don't know anything because his wife was not a really nice person. But so it gives you a real understanding that in this life, to celebrate every single second of it, it is absolutely paramount. We take for granted so many things, and we don't enjoy the life too much because we're so misdirected from the external influences of this world. And so, and we've all experienced it. I know a lot of you on this call have experienced things like that. And I've watched, my parents and my sister and 2 brothers leave the body, and it gives everything is an experience in this life, and it gives us a wake-up call, so to speak. That's why I cherish every single second of this life. And I always will, and I do everything I can to stay in the body. But it does give you a real clear appreciation for everything, no matter what you're experiencing. Every time one of my family members has passed, that same feeling comes in. And it's valuing our existence in physical form. So we see all these people that are so disconnected and are so absorbed in, and of course my last brother took the shot, both of them, and now he's got cardio problems, but his health seems so far to be, and he's totally absorbed into the illusion that the shot is a good thing. So now he's got prostate problems, and now he's got EKG, and now he's got something going on with his cardio system. So, and I know there's people who have loved ones that took the shot, and I know that there's people who've recently experienced passing of loved ones. And this is something that is going to occur because of those who are so asleep as the months pass by. And this is why these meditations are so astronomically important for the planet, for all of us, and anybody that is somewhat awake. A good thing is to spend some time with the birds in the trees. Listen to what their deeper message is. Walk with nature. Let your senses come alive and be fed by the beauty around you. And touch the soft green grass and let it touch you. Contemplation often makes life miserable. We should act more, think less, stop watching ourselves live. Nicholas de Chamfort. Manifesting money is not some fancy rocket science. Money is simply energy that is generated from creative ideas and actions. And sure, money shows up physically in the world as metal coins, paper notes, zillions of electrons holding space, and millions of computers. It is all energy. So money itself is not good or bad unless you say so. It is simply a form of energy, just like the warm rays of sunshine above. We can let it burn or bronze our skin, all depending on what our relationship with it is each day. Having financial freedom is a choice. It has nothing to do with what our country's economy is doing, how long we've been struggling financially, or how much formal education and accreditation we've got behind us. There are thousands of financially free people on this planet today who have never attended any college or finished their degree at their university. Our success to financial abundance simply depends on one thing: the vibration we are sending out into the world in every moment of our day. This is about everything. I believe it is our natural, divine birthright to have access to all the energy, money that we would ever need. Our desires to have as much mental, emotional, spiritual, and material wealth as we desire. We are the one who decides how valuable we are. We can choose to feel rich, abundant, and financially at peace every day if we want to. Wealth is simply a state of mind. And this energy eventually manifests itself into what's showing up into our bank account. Now, there are steps, like in anything, that we can take every day which will support us in manifesting real abundance and true financial freedom in our lives. And stick to these like super glue, and you'll turn all your biggest dreams into living reality. In step 1, deeply acknowledge, accept, and embrace your infinite spiritual nature. Deeply acknowledge, accept, and embrace your infinite spiritual nature. Strengthening the connection to your infinite spiritual nature begins with a shift in perception. The way you see the world is a reflection of who you think you are. Nobody can tell you to believe that you're a spiritual being and that you start experiencing yourself as one. You must choose it for yourself. You must be willing to let go of the old way of seeing the world, yourself, and others, and explore life in a new light. Instantly, you can choose to see life differently, that it is more surreal and alive than stuck and dead. Instantly, you can choose to see life differently, that it is more surreal and alive than stuck and dead. Imagine that you are open to experiencing the feeling of absolute abundance right now. The feeling. Imagine what it's like to have an open heart and mind 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This choice is what causes our poverty armor to melt away. Choosing to be open, receptive, and connected to our infinite spiritual nature will remove any protective, fearful shielding around our hearts that is actually causing us to remain feeling poor and powerless. Know this shield has served its purpose. Thank it for all its protection. And then imagine throwing it into a big fire. As you imagine releasing it into a fire, breathe deeply, let go of the fear of being poor. Physically open your arms wide to the universe and invite in the feeling of trusting the great abundance. This feeling lives in your core of your soul. You simply need to relax into it. Imagine all the riches and wealth you want in life are pouring into your heart. With each in-breath, feel the abundance flowing in. You are provided for in every way you can imagine. Feel this trust expanding and deepening inside you. Take one step further and imagine that everything in the entire universe is pouring into your heart. Welcome all the stars, planets, and Earth, and all its people into your heart. Feel how truly big and abundant life is. Imagine everything in the universe is inside you now. The soul of your heart is big enough to welcome it all. Step 2, feel grateful for the abundance that you already have. Look how abundance is already deeply, eternally love your life. There is an abundance of people on the planet to create things for you, grow food for you, supply water to drink, let in all the joy, happiness, and pleasure you can take. Feel there are infinite divine opportunities coming your way. Open your mind to freedom, laughter, and lightness. There are the qualities that support. These are the qualities that support having even more gratitude. When you relax into your life, you can feel a deeper state of appreciation. This feeling attracts more abundance. Then welcome the feeling that you are an infinite soul loved by this amazing universe. Feel how you have already been blessed, deeply, eternally loved, and will always continue to be deeply and eternally loved by the abundance of the universe. You may have partially closed the door to feeling this gratitude in the past due to things not working out how you thought they should. The reason that is because of all the expectations and attachments that we put on things. This is old conditioning and scarcity thinking. This planet is churning, changing. This new earth has arrived fully, consciously. So this old conditioning and scarcity thinking, consciously let it go and open the door to what is here now. The abundant universe is here now, gifting you with new opportunities every day to manifest everything your heart desires. Step number 3, reprogram your body-mind for financial success. The words you say to yourself every day are the most powerful manifesting vehicles. Each message that you think internally and say extremely carries a certain vibrational energy that programs the cells in your body. The words you use actually create chemicals in your brain that bring you experiences of inner peace, love, abundance, or struggle. If you are in some constant financial struggle in your life and you'd like to program yourself for material success, start by using affirmations daily. Proclaim the truth to the universe by stating, I am a truly loved, abundant being. I am a truly loved, abundant being. And understand, abundance doesn't just mean money. Abundance of love, abundance of gratitude, abundance of appreciation, abundance of gentleness, kindness, generosity. Say this message over and over until you feel that it has penetrated deeply into every cell in your body. Visualize each cell in your body. Always state things in the positive, affirming what you want as if it is already here now. Say to yourself, I always attract all the abundance, love, and joy that I need. Now, a lot of people do this, but then they lose interest in it because they think it's silly, or the ego mind takes over and says, you don't need to do that, it doesn't work. I am a powerful being who manifests any amount of money I desire. Notice how you feel inside just thinking these thoughts. You can also use a plethora of different statements, mantras. Many, huge. A lot of you probably use them. We have a book I'm going to be introducing by one of our sisters that is daily affirmations. Proclaim the truth to the universe. Reprogram, and step number 3, reprogram your body, mind for financial success. The words you say to yourself every day, are the most powerful manifesting vehicles. Each message that you think internally and say externally carries a certain vibrational energy that programs the cells in our bodies. The words we use actually create chemicals in our brain that bring us experiences of inner peace, love, abundance, and struggle. Even at first, if you don't feel it, let's say. If you're in some constant financial struggle in your life, or anything of a struggle in your life, and you like to program yourself for material success or love or appreciation or gratitude, start by using these affirmations daily. Step 4, take massive inspired action every day. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. If you truly feel like $1 million every day of your life, eventually you'll end up manifesting it into your bank account. This law applies to how we hold our emotional and mental state of being, as well as how we're taking physical action in the world. Are we acting from fear or from freedom? Where is our action coming from? The actions we take send out an energetic frequency into the world. Our heart holds a certain frequency, and the movement of our physical body shifts the molecules all around us. This is the actual physical science of manifesting. If you only take actions in the world based on feelings of trust, love, inspiration, and joy, the energetic waves you'll generate will cause a plethora of positive reactions in your life. How you are physically moving in this world, where your actions are coming from, is directly linked to the types of things that you move energy into form, create it into reality, manifest, or don't manifest into your life. When you take actions from an inspired, expanded heart, you send out a positive, unstoppable energy, which magnetizes even more positive events and inspiring experiences into your future. The shift to taking only authentic, inspired actions in this life must come from an open, courageous, and sensitive heart. This is a heart that feels into the nature of life and respects life in all shapes and forms, as it is the highest supreme value in the universes. Take this moment, tune into your hearts, listen and feel it. Find out what it is really excited and inspired to do. What makes your heart sing, even if you never got paid to do it? What is the one action you can do today that will start building an unstoppable joy inside you and expand that feeling that you truly love your life? Do one thing that truly inspires you today. Doesn't matter if it's big or small. And then add on another one after you're done. Continue doing only actions that make your heart expand with joy. Never ever take action out of a should, need, have to, or fear. Follow this formula, and you will soon see an inspired momentum of energy take over you, which will catapult you forward into the financial abundance you are seeking. Step 5, let go of attachment to the outcome of your actions. Let go of the attachment to the outcome of your actions. The golden secret of manifesting financial success is gently holding, or anything, is gently holding your attention on the feeling of receiving, whether it be financial abundance or anything else. While at feeling of receiving financial abundance, while at the same time not demanding it show up. Feeling of receiving financial abundance, while at the same time not demanding it show up. You can do this only when you can find inner peace with where you're at and what you've got. The idea of needing financial abundance means that it is not available here now and implies a big disconnect with this all-pervasive universe. See? The idea of needing financial abundance means that it's not available here now and implies a big disconnect with this all-pervasive universe. Engaging in inspired actions from a place of non-attachment creates a huge momentum of magnetic manifesting energy all around us. We literally become a manifesting magnet for what we want when we are not attached to the outcome. And living our life on purpose, we feel free inside, deeply alive, and appreciative for just being here now. We have the deep, trusting sensation that it is going to happen no matter what. By doing things just for the sake of doing them, we open up the gates of joy, love, and creativity. By doing things just for the sake of doing them, we open up the gates of joy, love, and creativity. The exquisite realm of possibility thinking occurs naturally. As we remain open, trusting whatever the universe brings our way. In this open yet grounded state, we can quickly find ourselves miraculously materializing any amount of financial abundance that we desire. I know it sounds outrageous to some people, yet it can happen even faster than you can believe. With enough trust and belief in the positive connection with the universe, you could manifest any dream within the next 48 hours. That's absolute fact. With enough trust and belief in the positive connection with the universe, you could manifest any dream in the next 48 hours. When you take actions from an inspired place and are detached from any outcome, okay, you allow the universe to completely and utterly support your manifestation. When you take actions from an inspired place and are detached from any outcome, you allow the universe to completely and utterly support your manifestation. You stop hoping that your inspired actions create future outcomes and are truly enjoying your life here and now. This makes you into a manifesting magnet. Detachment enables us to be fully open and receptive, which in turn attracts new opportunities and people to us. So you just have fun taking inspired actions and see what amazing surprises the universe will send your way. Absolutely incredible. When I began applying what I have learned, money started pouring in from everywhere. I even found my soul mate by using this universal understanding. Now, whenever I need or want something, I just ask for it. Isn't that amazing? We can literally manifest total financial freedom in our life and everything else. Period. Bottom line. The key is that we have a tendency to not believe. To not believe. And to not trust. And when that happens, it doesn't happen. All the greatest treasures are hidden behind that which we wouldn't want to be with. All the wisdom, compassion, and treasures are within each and every one of us. So where are you going to hide it? Pamela Wilson. Many of us would like 100% guarantee that everything is going to be okay throughout our lives. We want a golden contract from God that says our entire future will be safe from harm, free from pain, and that we always manifest our every desire and dream. We want to know for sure that this life is always working out for us in our favor, and we are guaranteed a perfect, flawless future. The only problem with this contract, so to speak, with ourselves, is that we also want a life that is brimming with excitement and overflowing with new fascinating adventures every day. We want a future that is free from boredom, filled with spiritual richness, that we are forever bathing in the healing qualities of our very soul. The real question is, would all of this be possible if there was no such thing as fear? If you've done your inner research and looked deeply into your personal relationship with fear, it might seem to be one of those three issues that you're either trying to cope with or ignore, transcend, or avoid at all costs. Many of us were told in our childhood that if we want to be happy, we need to conquer our fears. Yet nobody actually told us how to do it. Probably because they hadn't accomplished this amazing feat themselves. Perhaps because most everybody has forgotten the truth, that we are divine, eternal, spiritual beings who will never, ever, ever die. Yeah, the body does leave, but the God within that body is eternal. And if you're still waiting for that magical formula that will free you from fear, you can do it immediately. That which can be taken away from you is not worth keeping, and that which cannot be taken away from you, why should one be afraid of its being taken away? It cannot be taken away. There is no possibility. You cannot lose your real treasure. Also. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Totally relax. Let every worry, stress, fear, anxiety, anger go. Just let it disappear. Does it serve you the greater good? Does it? Carrying grudges, revenge, anger, all of it. And that's the question only you can answer. Does it serve you the greater good? Does my anger serve me the greater good? Does my fear serve me the greater good? And look at all of these, like I say, put them on the couch, face each one of them. With love, kindness, caring, compassion, and then address it. Fear of. Why are you here? Why am I fearful of this? Most fear is generated, obviously, from the ego mind, which causes us to become what? Worried, stressed. And being worried and stressed, what do? We tell the universe, give us more of it. So the lower our frequency gets, the more those lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies begin to influence us. That's why it is so imperative with our bodies to relax them, and everything for that matter. To stay in a state of relaxation. Do not allow this world that we've created for ourselves to end us prematurely, to end these bodies prematurely. The God is always. The body is temporary. And you take little step at a time. And to know that this universe is all-giving, all-knowing, all-seeing, always has been, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It never makes a mistake. It never fails. It's always got your back. It always has. It always will. But it is the belief and the trust that you have with yourself in this universe that cements that. And your body, you're the master. You can relax it, or you can intensify and stress it. Because you're the one doing it. No one else is. So as that body relaxes, it's like in the hammock with the two shade trees. You're lying there, your eyes are closed, and you're not thinking. And you're not worrying, and you're not stressing, and you're not fearing. In fact, you're not doing anything. You're just being. You're not awake, but not asleep. And you see the wind lightly breathing over you. You see the reflection of the leaves under your eyelids. You hear some noises off afar, but they're not disturbing, and they fade out. And you're in complete, tranquil, peaceful space. And all that stuff that we absorb every day is gone. And all that noise, that mind chatter, is gone. Because we've left the ego mind, the subconscious mind, and we're just being. And the longer we are, the more it is pretty obvious that we'll open the door to where our God is, to where we are, on who and what we truly are. And when we do this, we're focused on our breath, and we move into the now. Only the now. The now is all we have. The now is the calm. The now stills the ego mind and the subconscious mind. It's the only way to master them. So when we do this, we focus on our breath, since the breath is the now. We stay in the now. It's imperative to stay in the now. The more we practice staying in the now, focusing on our breath, the more we understand of who and what we are. The now also literally eliminates attachment and expectation. Attachment and expectation. And this is the place that you either choose to be or you don't. No one chooses for you. So as all that stuff flies off of you, and the body becomes completely light, and you're in the now, and you're focused on your breath, you look in the body that you're in, and you understand that you see these wheels of light, chakras. And there's, some people think there's more or less. We'll go with 7 from the tailbone to the top of the head. And what are these? They're etheric spiritual energy. That's what you are, the God that you are. Your unmatched power, energy, love. And you've got to have some kind of conduit to run through that body, and that's the conduit, the wheels of light, the chakras. And you flow through that body. And the more you know that body through the God that you are, the more you can heal it. Literally. On the spot, eventually. You see all the keys that we carry but don't know where they go? Of all the doors that we've put in front of ourselves, and all along we've been carrying the keys to open every single one of those doors and to eliminate all those walls, all those stresses, fears, and angers. You picture that. You're walking down a hallway, and you see all these doors on each side of you. And you've got all these keys, and you have no idea which key opens what door. And then you get to the point of being in the now that you're really not concerned about that, that you have all the keys to open up all those doors. They're right in your hand. Doesn't matter which one you open first. All that matters is that you have the keys to open them all. And they'll all lead you to one place, the God that you are within that body. So you'll know that body once you learn to flow. Every aspect of it, every blood cell, every artery, every aspect of it. And it'll be in gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness. Now, some of us, we all have memories. We reminisce. And they're great because we store them in our library in our subconscious mind. Now, not all of them are ours. They're from other people that we have absorbed, conversations, thoughts, ideas, directions, whatever. But we focus on those and we have fun with them. But then we put the book back on the shelf and we move forward. And then now off and on we visit that library. But staying in the now. You stand in front of 3 circles. And each circle represents the one on the left, the past, the one in the center, the middle path, the now, the one on the right, the future. Understanding that most of us skip over the now. We're either spending all of our time in the future, the what ifs, or a lot of our time in the past, the things that are gone. Doesn't make sense, does it? So as we go, some of us will go into the past, like I said, and we won't stay there because the past is dead. It's gone. Those are all now moments that are gone. They're history. But some of us will stay there so long that we will bring that past into a future that doesn't exist. We will create that future from that past, and we will relive that future in that past and that future. That's why a lot of people will say, whatever we do, it doesn't, we always end up in the same place. Others of us will go into the future that doesn't exist and wander around and wonder, when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? When am I going to have more of this? When am I going to have more of that? When am I going to be healthier? When am I going to be happier? And when we finally figure it out, those are all attachments, and that's suffering, and that's attachment, expectation about everything. Instead of just being in the now and having total faith and trust in the universe, and softly express your desires, and through trust in oneself and the universe, it will be delivered. As soon as you move into you lower your frequencies, and it's an absolute fact that's been proven over and over and over again, that when you lower your frequencies, you let in all the lower dark matter, surviving matter frequencies. And that's when things become chaotic. And when you can let go, when each of us can let go of our phobias, doubts, and immature childless insecurities forever, then you prepare yourself for a new relationship with fear that will make you start living the most amazing, exciting life. And your mind will experience a miracle. For you are going to learn how to replace all the fearful chemicals in your brain so that you can become authentically fearless in every area of your life. We can never lose our true treasure, which is the God that we are. Now, we know, those of us that are consciously aware, know that the soul, the God that we are, pure consciousness, enters this body, powers up the body, everything starts functioning. And we know the soul is heaven. And we know the body is earth. So, we are heaven on this earth. And those of us that are consciously aware know that every step we take is paradise. This planet, at one time, was a God planet paradise. It fell down in the dark ocean. And now, we are remembering, and we are reestablishing a God planet paradise. And we are shining our light outward 360 degrees, which is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And we're flooding this planet, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside and out, endlessly. Now, some of us are awake. The parts, the gods that we are all one. So those parts of us that are asleep, which means that parts of us aren't aware of who and what we are. Are they with us? Absolutely. Do they need us? No. They're part of us. But they don't participate in meditations because they are not awake. So they're with us and they're asleep. But there are other parts of us that are awake, consciously aware of who and what they are. So those are the ones that we seek, invite to these meditations. And these are all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And they come in gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe. There isn't even a sacred square inch to spare. And trillions of gigaplexes from every direction. And that includes the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. It includes the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Also includes the galactics, the off-worlders, the celestials, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, agartha, and beneath earth. All of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime, in all lifetimes that we've inhabited. This includes them all. And all light energy beings, those, with these eyes we don't see 1%, we see 1% of what is. So they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, and configurations of which we've never seen. We're only familiar with just a fraction of them. Fairies, sprites, elves, gnomes, dwarves, trees, trolls, elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. The off-worlders, galactics, and celestials. Over 1,000 species, civilizations travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day, and we're only familiar with just a handful. Those are the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. And they, in particular, have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, and our ascension. Freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. The Ascended Masters have mastered ascending into physical, out of physical, hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into physical, are mastering physical, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. The archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them more than we know through many lifetimes. We may not acknowledge it when we're interacting with them. But a lot of the times afterwards, it dawns on us that that wasn't just a regular conversation. That was an angel. And that's a little bit of bliss. They can surround any one of us at any time in the tens of thousands. The reason being is that because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. You want them to surround you? Just ask. They will. And that's bliss. And they have one message. They deliver it in a plethora of ways. And it's pretty much, isn't it absolutely magna glorious to be alive in these bodies? And that is bliss. And they're all with us. And the parts of them are conscious. And other parts of them aren't, just like us. And they're consciously aware that they are conscious. And arm in arm, hand in hand, we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all love. And we're all God. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around this planet, the equator of it. This light emanates from the God force, love, light, energy within each and every single one of us. It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1 billion trillion suns to even come close to its brilliance. We're flooding this planet with this light. This light is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest. Eternal love, gratitude, and peace. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, all life, highest supreme value universe, this is nonstop. This flood, this saturation, happening right now. Feel it in the heart-mind, throughout that entire body, all the way to the deepness of your interior core. We begin to ascend above the planet. As we do, we come into full contact with a massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Trillions and trillions and trillions of reflective light, like one of those ballroom balls with all the mirrors, but trillions of times more. And it's flashing everywhere amongst us. Those of us that are consciously aware, in the hundreds of millions into the billions. And we look at the actual reflecting points of these lights, and we see these little microscopic etch mirrors. We enter them, and we discover that all of us, everywhere, in all existence and beyond, are teaching and learning from each other. Teaching and learning from each other. We're either a student or a teacher or both. It's fascinating. We always have that. We will always have it, ever, beyond, and forever. It is part of the assistance in our journey. So anybody that comes into your life for a minute, a second, an hour, a day, a month, a year, a week, whatever it may be. They are there to either teach or to learn, as we are. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. Many don't know it yet, but they will. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that we created to remind us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we created that reminds each and every single one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we're imbued with a white fire armor unlike anything on this planet. And this armor, this white fire armor, comes from the God force, love, light, energy within each and every single one of us. It is so powerful. Its frequency is the highest of the highest high. Deepest of the deepest, deepest. Purest of the purest, purest. Eternal love. Gratitude, peace. Nothing can penetrate it. Protected 24/7. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequency can come near it. They can't sustain a low frequency around such a high frequency. They'll vaporize. They'll vanish. No demon possessions, no attachments. Ever. You really think that the pure consciousness, the God, would not give us this kind of protection? But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through anger, hatred, fear, greed, envy, hurry, anxiety, fear, worry, stress, revenge, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a double column of light that we created. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are literally vaporized and no more. Immediately following is the violet ray. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies work, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest, highest, the deepest of the deepest, deepest, and the purest of the purest, purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are the sun, the sunlight. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the rain, the rainbow, the mountains, the trees, the forests, the soils, the animals. We are everything, and everything is us. The God within us. So the next time you see a sunset or a sunrise, a rainbow, an ocean front, a starry lit night sky, it is you. You're the beauty. You're the majesty. You're the divinity. It always has been. It always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It is you. It is every one of us, the gods within these bodies. We continue to ascend. Above this planet, we come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column is this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is this golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by numerous ribbons, rings of light. They're all sending out massive mist energy that warms your entire body from head to toe. It is a loving, deep, penetrating energy. The golden white bowl of light is the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest eternal love. Then comes gratitude, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, well-being, great wealth, great abundance, joy, bliss, tranquility, benevolence, great prosperity. It's endless. And we discover that it is us. It's what we're made up of. The gods within these bodies. It is always. It never weakens. It never dissipates. It continues to intensify and expand. And it is flooding all of us 24/7, head to toe, inside and out. We created the top of the crystalline tower so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, as it has throughout eternity, flooding us all head to toe, inside and out, with the gods that we are. Our very essence is flooding us. How can it not? And this is the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal love. It never doesn't. It always is. It always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It is eternal. Flooding all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. We are then met with our meditative sphere at Set Center Circle. We created this sphere well over 3.5 years ago. It holds almost 1,600 of our meditations in perpetual motion. These meditations don't fade, they don't dissipate, they don't weaken, they don't disintegrate. They do the opposite. They continue to expand. They continue to intensify. Hundreds of millions of us, all parts of each other, all parts, all the gods, when we're consciously aware that we are the God in the body, flooding this planet 24/7, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. How do you think we got the new earth? All the darkness, all the unsettledness, all the fear, anxiety, worry, and stress are being washed away. And it's up to each and every one of us to fully embrace the gods within us and to begin to celebrate the transition of this planet and the awakening of this civilization. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out the mouth. Move easily and slowly. That which can be taken away from you is not worth keeping. And that which cannot be taken away from you, why should one be afraid of its being taken away? It cannot be taken away. There is no possibility. You cannot lose your real treasure, ever. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we'll be back here Tuesday, September 21st, the autumn equinox, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.